Hi everyone, I am Oscar Tohumcu, General Manager for Automotive and Manufacturing. I'm in Munich today at IAA 2025, where all the innovation about mobility is being discussed. And I have an amazing guest with me today, Bo from Lotus Robotics.
Thank you.
Bo, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Li Bo. I come from the company named Lotus Robotics. So the Lotus Robotics is a company very focused on the autonomous driving. And actually we provide the autonomous driving solutions like level 2 or level 3 solutions for the OEMs. Also we provide the tool chains. For example, we call it the Robo Galaxy. Actually is a data processing tool chain and to support the full closed loop data processing and to support the autonomous driving development. And also we doing some remote driving technology development. Yes, that is the whole business of the Lotus Robotics.
Okay, that's outstanding. There's of course a lot that's coming from the robotics space.
Yes.
That's now being implemented in the automotive space. A lot of learnings from the robotics space.
Yeah, I think it's connected. Actually, why we name us the Lotus Robotics? So I think we name us on 2020. At that time, we think for the whole automobile industry is start to change. If the passenger car have the capability to do the autonomous driving, actually, you can see this car or you can see it's already a robot, a type of robot. So we name us as Lotus Robotics. And we think in the future, the autonomous driving technology can not only to support the car development, but also for the different kind of the robot. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about long-term planning, technology partnerships are important.
Yes, exactly.
So we've been working together for a number of years now.
Yeah.
Like, how did you decide who to work for, who to partner with? What were the considerations for you?
I think, firstly, I need to say for AWS is a wonderful partner, and we have a long-term collaboration. I think it's already 4 or 5 years. And doing this collaboration this long time, I think why we can continue this collaboration is because firstly, the old fundamental, I think is the trust. That is the basic part. And from the technical point of view, there is also a 3 advantage actually during the collaboration we found. Firstly, is there is a lot of regulations in the different region. For example, in Europe now here, there is a GDPR. So we need to follow the regulations. And we think for that part, AWS have a full support to follow the different regions' regulation. And the second point is I think the resource. So when we work here in Europe, and we also have some collaboration in the US, I think we found the resource is always there. And what we need, and there is just one email or just one phone call you can support us. So there is the storage resource, there is the computation resource, everything is fully supported. That's the second point. I think the last one, actually we build ourselves the tool chain. I just mentioned the Robo Galaxy actually is the SaaS tool chain to support our development process. And we found it's very easy to integrate this tool chain to the AWS cloud because you have a fully API interface to support us to do that. And so I think that is the 3 big points.
No, those are great. And look, we take a very long-term view when it comes to how we work with our customers. So I'm glad you feel we are a trusted partner.
Yes.
And in terms of the technology, like you said, compliance, regulation, security, we see that a lot of companies wanting to have a global reach yourself choose AWS.
Yes,
and we're grateful for the partnership. Absolutely. I have a question for you. In your space, AI has been used for a number of years. It's nothing new. But especially in the last 2 years, generative AI created new opportunities, how it improves speed when it comes to tool chain, software development. How are you leveraging generative AI?
Yes, I think generative AI is a fantastic tool. And when we start doing the autonomous driving, I think at that time there is no generative AI. But right now we found it's not just only to support the toolchain, but also to support the solution itself. I can give you some example. Actually, when we doing the autonomous driving, there is some situations we cannot handle just with the autonomous driving AI, but also we need the VRM. Sometimes there's the front car is stopped, and we should follow the action, right? We should stop behind the front car. But sometimes actually this car is a robo taxi, it's a taxi, and they will park for a while. For example, 5 minutes. You should take over this car. Sometimes there is a traffic jam. The stop you should not take over. You should follow with this car. But how we doing this kind of adjustment? Actually, we use the VRM. So generated AI to support us like this kind of scenarios for the solution. And at the same time, for the toolchain, just like you mentioned, because we collect a lot of data. Sometimes we need to find a specific scenario, like we want to find old intersection related scenario in the big data. How we can do that? Actually, we use the VRM too. So yes, generative AI support our tasks, both on the solution side and toolchain side.
That's great. So it could be a scenario that looks exactly the same, but the context, the surrounding data is very different. It's a traffic jam versus a parked vehicle. That's a great example.
Yeah.
So I think a company like yours could have different strategies or aspirations when it comes to generative AI. Are you looking to, when you think about maybe using existing foundation models, are you thinking about developing your own foundation models? How are you using data to customize existing models? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it depends. Right now, what is our approach is we are to find some suitable open source foundation model, and then we collect some data for our specific scenario, and we're doing some fine-tuning based on this open source model. But I think in the future, maybe the commercial models the performance of the commercial models will grow up faster, and it's much more easier to reuse these kind of commercial models. I think maybe we change the direction, but we are very open to see both the open source and closed source, both. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Look, I mean, other than being a technology provider, we would love to think ourselves as a go-to-market partner as well.
Yeah.
And for the solutions you have, global markets are extremely important. So I guess how has AWS helped you when it comes to your go-to-market efforts? What can we do better? What you would expect from us going forward?
I think there's two points of view. Firstly, I think as this long-term partner, you support us a lot. Just like I mentioned, support us for 4 or 5 years already. And that is also the reason why we are doing this 30 minutes interview to support you in this next 30 minutes.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. And I think in the future, so if we look to the future, so the current business we should continue. We should to ask you to give us this fantastic support in the next 2 or 7 years in the long term. And at the same time, because we developed some toolchains like we call the Robo Galaxy, the SaaS, I think if there is any opportunity, we can through the AWS to sell this toolchain to the market, to support the whole market. That is also a new business opportunity for us, for both of us.
Absolutely. And look, I mean, as I talked to, I arrived 2 days ago in the event. Yeah. And as we talked to the automotive manufacturers, when they're transitioning to software-defined vehicles, many of them continue to do a lot of these things like the tool chains in-house, yes. Whereas there are a lot of solutions already built and working really well, like yours, like Lotus Robotics tool chain out there, that they could be easily integrated into their existing development processes. Yes. So I think an important decision for a lot of the OEMs is what they should buy versus build or partner for. And I think in this instance, we would love to partner with you and talk to some of our joint customers together about how your solutions can accelerate their software development.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for your time. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.